Okay, so what went on there? Okay, so I really thought about how to explain this and break it up in such a way that it's understandable because there's a lot going on in this screen. So I figured the best way was to replay certain portions of the level and explain them in detail. So I think everybody knows how to punch and kill those two runners. I think most people I've seen, like Cat and Sidetrack, nobody do it. So the first two runners, when you kill them, are going to drop 20 ammo. So obviously you need to kind of pay attention to your ammo count when you're doing this. But as you kill the the second runner, you walk by, ironically, or run by, whatever. It says don't walk. There's a sign that literally says don't walk. I let Batman literally take like one step, maybe after that pole, and then I full jump, and at that point I'm switching to my dirk. So on the way down, a dirk, it doesn't really matter where the dirk lands, like where you throw the dirk on the first one, because your main goal is to hit the green guy. So as long as the green guy is within range, that's where you want the first dirk. But the second one does matter because the timing in which you kill the enemies literally matters. So I kind of throw it when Batman's still in the air. I guess maybe a really good visual as I look back at this is I throw it just as he passes the E in the air. So on the descent, where it says theater, and it goes down, I throw it. So if you throw the dirk properly, and this is probably the most important part, is the beginning of this stage, but if you throw the dirk properly, you'll literally get the drops ammo hearts. That's how you know that you're on pace and the global hasn't been messed up yet. If you throw it too early, you're going to get weird drops. If you throw it too late, you're going to get weird drops. So for the global to be just perfect, you need that ammo heart drop. So obviously at that point, after you collect all the ammo, you'll have 34. And I chose to stop the clip right before the heart, literally because I jump. That's my visual cue. Is I jump, not necessarily over the heart. You can jump over the heart if you want, but right when I get to the heart, that's when I jump. Okay, so using the heart as a marker, this is probably the hardest part of, I think, Endy's 1-1. So the way that I've done it, and I've learned it anyway, is I run right up to the heart and I do a full jump. I think in the manual it's called like a Batman jump or something like that. So do a full Batman jump, and on the frame lowest to the ground, like right frames above the ground, throw a dirk. And as you run with the dirk, it'll spread out, obviously it'll hit the green guy. And as you get to, I guess, like this kind of like brick pillar thing, it's kind of like a gray pillar, like literally one step again away from the pillar, you want a small hop without jumping and hitting Batman's head, and then dirk the enemy on the way down. So you'll kill him, and the small hop is important because as the enemy dies, the ammo, it should be ammo that this enemy drops, will pop up as it pops up with every enemy, and you should be jumping at this point. I'll make again like a screenshot to show you, but you should be jumping, and this is kind of like the trickiest part, is you need to jump in such a way that you don't hit that ledge, not at all, or as very minimum as all. Like you can barely touch that ledge. If you hit it too much, you won't be able to collect 72, and from this point forward, the ammo will be completely screwed for the rest of the stage. The global, sorry, not the ammo. So you want to jump in such a way that not only are you collecting the drop, you're also jumping to avoid hitting the ledge. So getting that down originally is actually pretty tricky, but that's probably the hardest part. So that's what you want to do. So after you collect that drop, you want to throw a dirk ascending back up, and as you throw a secondary dirk, the spike car will drop bonus points. If that spike car drops bonus points, you know you're still in the proper global. At this point, you should again have 35 ammo and bonus points from the spike car. You walk all the way to the right side of that ledge, and as you jump off, you kind of do a small hop, literally again frames before you hit the ground, like as close as you can hit the ground. Throw a dirk right before Batman lands, and then as he lands, jump immediately, and the dirk should be off screen, and then throw a dirk again. So from there, that gunner guy dies, and the spike car, if you're still in the proper global, will drop ammo again. So the way that I visually learned this is you can run all the way up. Just as you collect the ammo, you can jump again, small hop, and then you have just enough time, if you're still in the proper global, that the secondary gunner won't shoot you. From there, that gunner will also drop ammo, and you can continue running, and then the next part doesn't really need a big explanation, because all you do is you switch from dirk to punch, and you punch that other guy, who should also drop ammo. At this point, you should have 56 ammo, and if you didn't bump the ledge or anything like that, and the global's still good, the last part of the level is actually really easy. So there's going to be 2 spiker enemies, a jump over both, light jump over both, and as you get to the very edge, I do another Batman jump, whatever you want to call it, and on the ascent, as you're going up, I shoot a pistol bullet about halfway on the ascent, and coming back down, I shoot another pistol bullet so they line up and they kill both of the runner enemies. So it's actually important to use the pistol. You can't use the dirk. You can use the dirk, but it's going to kill the enemies in a weird way. One of the cycles or whatever rolls over. So you should get ammo and bonus points, or bonus points I think in ammo, if you use a dirk, whereas if you use the pistol, they die in such a way that the global stays the same and you get 2 ammo drops instead. So if you do that, everything's perfect, then you leave the screen with 72. So easy stuff, right?